Hey, Queen. Girl, you have done it again, constantly raising the bar for us all and doing it flawlessly. I'd say I'm surprised, but I know who you are. I've seen it up close and personal. Girl, you make me so proud, and I love you.
Hold up. Ladies, we've been waiting on this shit all night. We had men all night. All the ladies in the house, stand up and show these niggas what it's all about in this bitch. Hit it, DJ.
To my neck, my back, lick my just like that. My neck, my back.
This is my one move right here.
Just like that. My neck, my back, lick my just like that.
Yes.
Nicole reloaded, and we loaded up, and we locked and loaded with another video. Let's get right into it, y'all. Trump was flown to Walter Reed Hospital for several days after getting COVID-19. The president will stay at the hospital out of an abundance of caution and at the recommendation of his physicians and medical experts. President Donald Trump, wearing a mask and not saying a word, assembled reporters, walked onto a waiting helicopter on the White House lawn and was flown to Walter Reed Hospital on Friday afternoon, less than 24 hours after he tested positive for coronavirus. I think I'm doing well, Donald Trump states, the president. But we're going to make sure that things work out, Trump said in a pre-recorded 18-second video tweeted not long after he left the White House. The difference in Trump's tone and behavior on Friday afternoon simply cannot be overstated. Usually on his way to his helicopter, Marine One, Trump stops and talks to assembled reporters, often spreading false information. He rarely, if ever, wears a mask, and his recorded videos are often longer and more spirited or combative. Instead, Trump boarded the helicopter with a quick thumbs up and a wave to reporters and his aides, a salute to service members who staffed Marine One. When he landed at Walter Reed, he saluted again and then got into a waiting SUV. Trump will spend several days at the medical facility working, White House Press Secretary Keely McKinney said. President Trump remains in good spirits, has mild symptoms, and has been working throughout the day. Out of the abundance of caution and at the recommendation of his physician and medical experts, the president will be working from the presidential office at Walter Reed for the next few days. President Trump appreciates the outpouring of support from both he and the First Lady. Trump hospitalization comes after he spent months downplaying the seriousness of COVID-19, holding large campaign rallies and refusing to wear a mask with rare expectations. He continued traveling and campaigning in recent months, including flying on Air Force One with multiple White House officials to a campaign event in New Jersey on Thursday after his top aide, Hope Hicks, had tested positive. Trump has canceled his entire shuttle on Friday, an incredible development after he insisted on pandemic rallies where masses of people, many unmasked, crammed into seeing him. Pence, defying the CDC quarantine guidelines, will continue campaigning. The president did not make any public appearance on Friday before boarding the helicopter. He also tweeted only once since announcing his positive diagnosis just before 1 a.m. Friday morning, Mitch McConnell and Senator Lindsey Graham said they had spoken to Trump by phone on Friday about the Supreme Court vacancy. Trump's son Eric tweeted Friday before the president took off for the hospital that his father is a true warrior and asked Americans to join in prayer for his recovery. At the real Donald Trump, Eric Trump is a true warrior. He will fight through this with the same strength and conviction that he uses to fight for America each and every day. I ask you to join me in prayer for his recovery. I've never been more proud of someone and what they have to endure. Friday, October 2nd, 2020 at 2:54 p.m. from the United States, Eric Trump. How y'all doing? So what y'all think about this? Now, is Donald Trump dealing with demigod behavior? Is he a narcissistic? Are you guys angry? Has the president put the people of the United States in harm's way? Has he put his own voters and supporters and the people that work in the White House, has he put them in trouble? Shout out to my Periscope people. Mwah, mwah, mwah. They can't see you over here, baby, but mama can see you. Nicole Reloaded is in the building. What's up, Twitter? How you doing, baby? What's up, daddy? Hey, boo. Yes. What's up, y'all? All right. So, is Donald Trump a narcissistic to you? Is he a demigod? Is he an entertainer? Who is Donald Trump to you? Hold on, y'all. Hush. Hold on real quick, y'all. Shut up. Go outside. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. Oh, Lord. These dogs is just barking. I'm going to, Lord, before they call the dog people on me now. Okay. So let's get to Donald. I forgot what I was going to say. Chocolate, Sandy, come here. They barking at the neighborhood kids. Okay. Also, too, what I was reading, that The Simpsons has predicted Donald Trump passing away in a recent, I don't know how recent the cartoon is. My sister Family Grind was going to look that up for me, I believe. I hope that she's in the room. I'm sorry I can't see the chat right now. Just bear with me. Make sure that you slide a thumbs up in this mother. Thank goodness it's Friday, y'all. Did y'all pay y'all rent? You better have paid your rent. You better make them payment arrangements. Don't let them cell phones get turned off. Pay that water bill. Here go Donald Trump, y'all.
Thank everybody for the tremendous support. I'm going to Walter Reed Hospital. I think I'm doing very well, but we're going to make sure that things work out. The First Lady is doing very well. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will never forget it. Thank you. I want to thank everybody for the tremendous support. I'm going to Walter Reed Hospital. I think I'm doing very well, but we're going to make sure that things work out. The First Lady is doing very well. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will never forget it. Thank you. I want to thank everybody for the tremendous support. I'm going to Walter Reed Hospital. I think I'm doing very well, but we're going to make sure that things work out. The First Lady is doing very well. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will never forget it. Thank you.
Now, does he sound congested to you a little bit? Because it sounds like I heard a little wheezing, a little wheeze in there. How you doing, Mona Simone the Brain? How you doing, baby? Okay, let me go back up here. What's up, Brand? We got OG Brand in the building. Miss Groovy. We have the big brain, Mona Simone, in the house. Let me drop this link for y'all. Okay. Oh, child. I'm trying to move this ass around. Hold on. Ooh, can't breathe. Lord. Okay. What y'all talking about? Hey, boo. How you doing? What's up, family grind? Yes, thank God it's Friday. It's almost Saturday now, shoot. It is almost Saturday. Let me get this link. Oh, shoot. I didn't press the wrong button. Oh, Lord. Now, some people, they on Twitter tearing Donald Trump up. Like, you're not supposed to praise, get happy in somebody's downfall. I remember at one of the rallies that he was at, this couple was out. They looked like they were a couple. And they was coughing and sneezing and shit. I was like, ooh, Lord, he gonna catch that shit. Woo! How you doing, Mr. YouTube Streets? Hey, Gracie Poo. Hey. Hey, Grace. Why am I talking like that? Looking at. Yes, that's Chocolate and Sandy. Yeah, Chocolate and Sandy got something to say. Like Donald Trump gave us a discount on our dog food and our biscuits. Say, go, Donald, go. Okay. They gonna kill him. Okay. Get the dog. They got a dog at the wait. Okay, be quiet. Hush. They got a dog. Chocolate said, get the dog out the White House. Get the dog at the White House. Can somebody get the dog that's at the White House out? That's what Chocolate said. Okay. Hey, this is my show, not your show. Okay? Come here. Shut your ass up. Sit down. Thank you. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, look, and there's more. Let's get some more tea and see what's going on. Y'all should have seen a clip earlier that I played of Melania. She was like, I did not want to do Christmas tree. I don't give a fuck about Christmas. I said, dang, she a mean Russian lady. She said, no Christmas. I was like, ooh, child. It's all Obama fault. Okay, what's this? See, they roasting him on here, y'all.
And the 100 million people, not true.
Well, you're certainly going to socialist. You're going to socialist.
We're now into
Not what you said, and it's not what the party has said.
That is simply
Your party
wrong.
doesn't say your party wants to go socialist medicine
Party is
and
me.
socialist
Right
healthcare.
now, I am
And they're going to dominate you, Joe. You know that.
I am
Not according to
Democratic
Harris.
Party is wrong.
Give me a name. Give me a
White
name. Go ahead.
supremacists
What
and
would
white
you like me to condemn?
Proud Boys and right
Proud Boys?
stand back and stand by, which was heavily
President,
you would have been much later. You're talking about 2 million people.
President as a moderator.
Donald, would you just don't know her. This is not a right-wing problem. This is a left. FBI director. This is a left-wing problem. White supremacist. Antifa's an anti-fascist.
This is open discussion.
No,
this is
big stuff,
sir. You'll be happy.
I want to make
Mr.
sure.
President, can you let him finish, sir?
He doesn't know how to do that.
Okay, this is Donald Trump, I guess, getting out the car. I don't know. Somebody fell down the stairs. What's wrong with this white lady? Oh, that's Hillary Clinton. Remember when she had failed that one time? What Hillary Clinton got to do with this? Okay, this is a picture of the president before he was on his way to the military hospital, Walter Reed. I had my baby, my oldest daughter, at a military hospital. That's him getting off. That's Donald Trump as he arrives at Walter Reed Medical Center after testing positive for coronavirus behind POTUS and White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. But you would think that they would like have trash bags on or something. COVID is very serious. That shit could be seeping out of his ears or his booty or something. I wouldn't have got on that plane with him. I would have got fired that day. They would have had I would have had a gas mask on. There was more on here. Hold on. Okay, this is the video. We already seen that. And if you listen to his breathing, he sounds congested. To me, he sounds congested. I don't know what the hell this is. This ain't got nothing to do with Donald Trump. Oh, look at this shit. Look. COVID idiot. How they get that or make it look like it's around his neck like that? These people be doing too much, y'all. They be doing way too much. Okay. Oh, shit. And for all y'all haters, y'all can kiss my booty. I don't want Donald Trump to die, okay? I don't want him to die. Y'all might want him to die, but I don't. I guess they got to show every little bit. Okay, so that is a video of hearing the helicopter flutter. Sorry about that, y'all. I thought it was the one where the guy fell down the stairs. I don't know who was that guy, Family Grind? Jason, somebody rolling all down the stairs at the hospital. Just too sensitive. Okay, this is the president walking. Now look, to me, they don't have on a good enough gear. You know how many people that then tested positive? The White House needs to be cleaned down with some bleach, Lysol, some more bleach. The dog don't they got a dog? What they do to the dog? Chocolate said, where is the dog? POTUS remains in good spirits, has mild symptoms, and has been working throughout the day. Out of abundance of caution, at the recommendation of his physician and medical experts, POTUS will be working from the presidential office at Walter Reed for the next few days. I don't know. Do y'all think they hospitalized him out of the abundance of caution? Now it says, Democrats, we are voting for you against the Republicans. Walter Reed will take care of Trump. Don't let the Republicans use Trump illness for their gain. Run your race. Now, a little birdie told me that they was going to be taking down the ads, that they were going to take their foot off of Donald Trump's campaign. I say keep running the campaign. With all due respect, the man ain't dead. He's alive, because if it was Joe Biden, and if Joe Biden, as they call him, slow Biden, creepy Biden, now they would be playing commercials about, I told you how slow this mother sucker was. Now tell the truth and shame the devil. You know that's how it would be going down. Oh Lord, now what this say, y'all? What's this? What's this? Child, I guess Dum about to get his COVID treatment at Walter Lee High. Lord, honey, shit. I bet you some people probably did. That's why you can't find no Lysol on the door. I haven't seen Lysol. I almost stole some, allegedly. I almost took some from the bathroom at the store because I ain't seen none, and my baby was coughing. My oldest daughter, but it was her allergies. I was like, oh, child. Okay, I think this is the same helicopter one. There was another clip I wanted to show y'all of Melania. Oh shit, why they got Nevada on here? What's going on? Let's see what it say. It says that there have been cases. Oh Lord, stressed out about money. They said there was some new cases down here in Nevada. These people is crazy. Let's see what she talking about.
Has gone into detailing the reports of the contact tracing and testing after what may very well have been a super spreader event in the Rose Garden on Saturday, what may have very well been events on Thursday and Friday where Donald Trump was infected and symptomatic, and his aide Hope Hicks was as well, in and around many other staffers and members of the public. It's a lot of effort. And to your point earlier, not nearly as much effort has gone into detailing the reports of the contact tracing and testing after what may very well have been a super spreader event in the Rose Garden on Saturday, what may have very well been events on Thursday and Friday where Donald Trump was infected and symptomatic, and his aide Hope Hicks was as well, in and around many other staffers and members of the public. It's a lot of effort. And to your point earlier, not nearly as much effort has gone into detailing the reports of the contact tracing and testing after what may very well have been a super spreader event in the Rose Garden on Saturday, what may have very well been events on Thursday and Friday where Donald Trump.
That private event that they had at the White House, ain't no telling how many people was at this event. This is very dangerous, man. Donald, I wonder what got into his spirit and his mind. Is his arrogance that big to where did he think he was immune from it? This is very sad. You see how he patted the rail on the side there like that?
All right, that's the video. So we saw the president walking out. We saw Mark Meadows. They were wearing masks. Others carrying some, I assume, equipment. I don't know what kind of equipment it was, but you saw them walking out with masks as well, boarding Marine One to make this flight. The helicopter still in the air over Washington, D.C., making its way to suburban Maryland, just outside Washington, D.C., to Bethesda.
That sounded like that was Dick Wolf. Look at this mess right here, y'all. You are listening to your girl Nicole Reloaded, and we locked and loaded with another video. Make sure you thumbs up this mother sucker.
Oh, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. It's going, oh, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Jesus.
It's going, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. It's going, I can't breathe.
You see?
I can't breathe.
Now see, Donald Trump ain't shit. Now see. Now look at him. Now he really can't breathe. See, you gotta be careful what you allow come out of your mouth. You hold life and death in your tongue. And he was playing around. He probably thought he couldn't catch that shit, y'all. He probably thought he was invincible to it, y'all. Who wanna play with my link? How you doing, T-Love? That's my baby right there. I love you, T-Love. Did you get my email, mama? I'm still cleaning out that darn Gmail. I need to speak with my baby T-Love. Talk to her. How you doing, Emmanuel Briggs? How you doing, baby? It's good to see you. What's up, Flawed to Perfection? What's cracking? Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I can't see. Look at him. He's literally gagging. Gag. Gag. See? Now who's laughing now? It ain't funny now, is it?
Try Jesus, not me, 'cause I throw hands.
Child. Who want to play with this link? Oh, shit. I keep pressing the wrong button, y'all. I'm sorry. You ready, Family Grind? Y'all are more than welcome to come. Oh, wait a minute. I got to stop this again because I didn't share the audio. Look, now he literally gagging. See, that's why I be trying to tell people, try to share my wisdom. You hold life and death in your tongue, man. What you put out in this universe, if you already good and can get bad, what you think happened to the people out there that put bad out in the world? It might not happen today. It might not happen tomorrow. But one day, it's going to come back. It's going to come back on you. And literally right now, this man is gagging. And that the coronavirus is very serious. It hits you very fast. Donald Trump, I believe, has he's what the doctors would say as obese. He is overweight. He is 74 years old. He has a toupee. When you get COVID and you have a toupee, it makes it hard for your brain to breathe. I read that on culture.com. They said the toupee that Donald Trump toupee can affect his brain. So they're going to order him a new toupee. I read that on Reddit. Hey, Maylene, how you doing, baby? Who gonna play with my link? Y'all scared? I ain't gonna bite. I was looking for my future baby daddy, but I guess he ain't gonna come up in here tonight. Okay. Oh yeah, and all of y'all that got stocks and money that's invested, the stock market took a very big hit today. I'm not too knowledgeable in regards to that, but I do know by the president being in the hospital due to his age, obesity, alleged high blood pressure, alleged high blood pressure, alleged high cholesterol. See, Donald Trump, did y'all know Donald Trump like eating McDonald's? Donald Trump loves eating McDonald's. He has a McDonald's that just make McDonald's for him. And he loved double quarter pounders, Big Macs. He loved McDonald's. Okay. You know what I was thinking, y'all, for real. No bullshit. I was thinking that Donald Trump, like, don't y'all laugh at me because I'm very serious. I was thinking that Donald Trump like had his suit had like a special like it was an antibacteria suit. Because I'm like, this dude is at rallies, people out there coughing, Trump, 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 spitting and shit. And you know, a lot of them, them white boys down there in the certain parts of the country, they like to, chewing, and spit. They be chewing and spitting. So they be coughing and spitting, and a lot of them look like they out of weight and out of shape, and the women and the kids be up there crying and farting and all them skin cells, and some of them look like they had Trump, 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 Trump. Especially them Proud Boys. Them Proud Boys don't look like they didn't had a bath in years, child. I'm just telling you. Ooh, child. They look like they smell like bologna, girl, and bacon bits. Ooh, just nothing but Port City. Them some evil boys, I'm telling y'all. Some evil boys. They want to take out anything that don't believe in what they believe in. Maylene says, sending my best prayers, strength to our president and first lady. Keep those vibrations high at all times, no matter how low you may want them to go. Amen. Okay. Amen. We don't want Donald Trump to die. We just want him out of office.
Hey, Queen. Girl, you have done it again. Constantly raising the bar for us all and doing it flawlessly. I'd say I'm surprised, but I know who you are. I've seen it up close and personal. Girl, you make me so proud, and I love you.
That was for you, Maylene. I love you, boo. Oh, so y'all gonna do me like that? So y'all not gonna play with the link? Okay, I got something for y'all. Hold on real quick. Let me set up the next clip. Listen to the happy song. Send good vibrations to Donald Trump in his toupee, in his antibacterial suits. I bet you, how much y'all want to bet his suits got antibacterial stuff on it? And they gave Donald Trump some special concoction. And another thing I told y'all in previous videos, I hope that y'all was listening to Nicole Reloaded, okay? Because Mona named me Baby Brain. So that means y'all got to listen to me. That means that I smart. So since I smart, y'all got to listen to what I be saying, because I be reading. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, guess what they said Donald Trump was taking? What I tell y'all What did I tell y'all to take? He taking melatonin. This is before he went into the hospital, into Walter Reed Hospital. He was taking melatonin. Melatonin is good for antifungal and fungus and buildup in the chest. And it also relaxes the mind and helps the body to naturally go to sleep on its own. Melatonin is in your brain. Go get that. Go get you some of that. You can give it to the children too. Ask your pediatrician. No, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a mom. Okay? But please refer to your physician before taking any of my crazy thoughts. I mean, I'm just talking. Don't listen to anything I'm saying. I can't afford no lawsuits. Don't do it to me. Oh, Lord. Go get some zinc.
Bitch, why are you mad? Because my pussy pops severely and yours don't.
I mean, I'm just saying, why you mad? I told you to go get some zinc, okay? Go get some zinc. Go get that melatonin, 5 milligrams. If you can, please ask your doctor if you can take some black seed oil. Take you a one a day, because these are things that boost your immune system and will open up your chest cavity. Please make sure that your air filters in your house is clean. If you have dogs, give your dogs, okay? Get your dogs, okay? Some fresh water. Get them dogs some bottled water. Give them dogs some distilled water, or boil the water on the stove and get them some good water and drop a little vinegar in it, because the doggies and the kitties can get the roni too. And we don't need no, okay, or no cats and dogs at the house, okay? You don't want to end up like this. A hard head makes a soft ass. But a hard, okay, I'm trying to not talk nasty. Pray for me. Welcome, Maylene. That's right. Tell them, sis. Smash that like button. Oh, Lord, don't say that. I get flashbacks. Think about that crazy. Let me stop. Lord Jesus. What you doing, Miss Groovy? I know you got something to say. I hope ain't nobody waiting on the call line. You got to let me know if you're going to call in so I can call the line. Ooh, look how it switched like that. Okay, let me load up the other clip, y'all. Give me a second. We're going to listen to some love music. Get us a little excited. Turn you on a little bit. It ain't working, y'all. It's broken. It's broken. Ah! Man down. YouTuber down. Help, Fancy. It won't come on. Ah.
Sometimes I say that I want you back, but I don't know if I do. Sometimes I think about the good days we had, but there were bad days too. And I know love is like the phases of the moon. And I know you would say I gave up way too soon. So it's gone, now we both move on. Oh, that's la la life, that's la la life. Baby, let it be, enjoy the memory. Oh, that's la la life, that's la la life.
Hey, what's up, family grind?
Hey, what up, sis?
I need you to hold it down for me, baby girl, real quick.
How?
Just talk. I'm gonna remove myself. I gotta add a clip on here. I didn't add it.
Okay,
just
let me look at Tommy.
The audience, girl. It only, it's only one person up in here anyway.
It can't be because Mona ain't here. No, girl, ain't no one person.
There's one. Hey, Oprah, where you been at, girl? Tell Gail I said, what's cracking, man? Girl, Oprah be stopping by here every now and again. You know, we be doing big things. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we do. So we tell the people your opinion about Donald Trump. I'll be right back. Y'all listen to Family Grind, and y'all please subscribe to her. She has an awesome mommy channel. Teach y'all how to clean y'all kids' dirty ass feet. I'll be right back.
I don't know. Like, I don't have a problem with Trump. I feel like Trump is who he is, and he is showing us who a lot of people in this country are, and I don't have a problem with it. I'd rather have someone who is overt, just speaks their mind, tells the truth about who they are, and I can deal with that. But, you know, it's really more so the overt type of discrimination, racism, or just downright, dismissiveness of our, or is that even a word? Let me y'all, I've been sipping on some wine. Y'all got to excuse me. But like I said, I prefer someone who is overt and just tell it how it is. Tell us how you feel. I can't deal with that smile in your face and put a, 20-inch dagger in your back. I don't like that. So what we talking about in the comment section? Those secret races really hurt our community. And it's true. And it's also those in our community that from our community, our race, our nationality, our culture that kind of stand in solidarity with racism. Like I don't feel that when, things are going on in our community that we should turn a blind eye to, ratchetness and all of that stuff. But at the same time, at some point you got to protect your own. That's how I feel. Emmanuel says, exactly. I like my racism out front where I can see it exactly, because then I know what I'm working with. Because I'm going to tell you, just like even work experiences, though, seriously. And I've been propositioned on several occasions to kind of get in the political game. Like literally. I even had one that was as recent as about 2-3 weeks ago. And it shocked me and it kind of scared me. But I don't know. What? Wait, hold on. I done lost my train of thought. Is Trump racist, though? I don't know. I mean, I feel like this. You know what I'm saying? I know like in the late 90s, early 2000s, he used to hang out with a lot of rappers, hip hop artists and stuff that actually noticed me and like used to kick it with him on a regular. So, just kicking it with someone outside of your culture doesn't necessarily mean that you're not discriminatory or racist towards that culture. But I actually like Trump. I ain't even gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? And the truth be told, the same magnifying glass that we hold Trump under, we need to be holding Biden under that too.
Right.
Biden's perverted ass.
Some things low key, and if you check Biden's history and you check, his past, even in the political arena, he has said some derogatory things. So I'm not going to act like
about his white kids, him not wanting his white kids to grow up in a race,
or and if you're a Democrat, you're not. Like I feel like you can get a racist from either party. Truth be told.
So here's my thing, right? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, but is Trump really a racist though? Because
I don't think that Trump is a racist. I think he's a bigot.
Into the hand of some racists and take advantage of it fully. But I remember when he first started running for president, and the thing that shocked me is I've always said I don't know about Donald Trump being our president, but as Donald Trump, the man who he was before and his participation in the Black community, not to mention the hip hop community, he dated a Black woman at one time, and not to say that you're not racist just because you date a Black woman, because some people have fetishes, but to me, a lot of things that he was doing, even in the Black community, being honored by the NAACP GOP. He had a lot of black friends. I was kind of shocked that that was the narrative that they ran with when they said he was racist. And then I saw a lot of his followers, and I was like, oh, okay, I can see why they sort of pushing the narrative about him being racist. But prior to the media pushing him as being racist, and I think all white people are racially insensitive. I just think that's the culture that we come up in that allows them and perpetuates that ideology against black people or a certain type of black person and black culture. To be honest with you, I think it's kind of hard to grow up in America as a privileged Caucasian person and not be racially insensitive to a degree. It's almost natural. But at the same time, as far as Donald Trump being a racist, he never struck me as that. But just like any other white man, I don't think that he maybe fully understands black culture or is fully on our side. And then I look at the opposition, and I'm not Democrat or Republican, by the way. I just vote in my best interest and the interest of my people as I see it. You know, it doesn't matter what party they're fighting for. It just all depends on their politics and what I think is politically possible, you know, based on the lies that they tell us about what they're going to do for this and that. But Biden has a very sketchy history. He says some very racially offensive things, not to mention the way that he's voted in his politics. And that's the thing that saddens me about our community, is because we watch the media, we see the tweets, and we see all this, but we don't go back and look at these candidates' political history. We don't look at how they voted against our community. The same with the Clintons. We don't look at how they were calling our children predators and super predators, and was sentencing 15, 16-year-old kids to 20 years in prison, but we voting for the Clintons back to back. Like, that was crazy to me. And I just think that as a community for black and brown people, we could better educate ourselves beyond the media and stop trying to silence the voice that is not like this groupthink voice that's immediately going to agree with you with the whole idea behind Black Lives Matter. Because as a black woman, I know that Black Lives Matter. But when I look at politics, I can certainly see the agenda and how a lot of political leaders use black people to get that vote and to get that emotional appeal. And I think as black people, we often respond to that emotional appeal instead of thinking logically, and we allow that to sway us and sway our vote. And that's how they've learned to control us. And we need to stop doing that and stop silencing people that have a different voice and try to think about it logically. And even if you need to research to defend your position, then do that, because at least throughout the research, you're educating yourself and not being so quick to believe what people say. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I did not vote for Donald Trump last term. I absolutely didn't. And throughout this term, I've been hearing so much that caused me to do so much research, like what he's done for HBCUs, historical black colleges, what he's done as far as prison reform and stuff like that. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's more than, you know, my boy did, Obama did. You know, and I'm looking at all this other shit. I'm like, why are we talking about this?
Well, I think if I could just jump in.
The stories. They suppressed the stories on that.
Well,
they ain't telling us nothing that Trump did.
Well, I think too, though, there is this, you know, I'm gonna say within the black boule, there is a heavy push to push, you know, the Democratic Party to the black community. But I'm honest with you, when I graduated from college, I could not find a job. You know how I landed that living wage job, and they paid me well. It was a black Republican organization, and we have been endorsed by Paul Ryan. That was before he became the Speaker of the House. Paul Ryan came to the schools that we were working in, took photos with us, talked to us about our needs for the programming, how to expand it across the country, you know, so many things. And that was my experience with the Republicans.
But look at this, sis. We've been voting for this Democratic Party for the last 5-6 decades, and I don't see shit changing in the black community.
Right. The Democrats, in my opinion, the Democrats push welfare on the black
community. And welfare is the biggest oppressor of the black community. Welfare is crack. That has held us back so bad. And I always say the church too. It has held us back.
Generation
after generation, generational welfare recipients, instead of allowing
and
us
the thing
to
that
fight.
is sad about it, the thing that frustrates me about it is that they have it so tight knit if you're a person that has a pre-existing condition and you need Social Security, but you're
Yeah,
able
and we're not talking about those people
no,
who
no,
need
but
Social
they
Security and
consider that
welfare.
as,
You
they
deserve
but
that
it's
if you need
still
it.
like a program in a sense to where the person that is dealing with it feels that they're on a form of welfare.
Right. And what about a lack of proper rehabilitation? Like when you allow these young girls to go on welfare, what about a stern
Right.
educational program in place that allowed them to better themselves, not get them
Right.
off welfare to get a minimum wage job? And you know they ain't
Right.
gonna be
And
able to
then they'll
live
be
off
like, well,
that.
what's the point? Because the daycare costs so much. I
Right.
might as well just get this check and sell some green on the side or some
Right.
Uchi Wuchi. I mean, it just is what it is.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree with both of you, and just even
Hey,
my
Tanisha.
and
Hey, Tanisha.
I shared. Oh, hi, Tanisha. I shared this this testimony with Mona with the brains actually once before that when I was
in one of our private chats.
Yeah, when I was first pregnant, the first pregnancy I ever had, someone told me, well, you're in college and you struggling, your job ain't paying enough. Why don't you see if you can get some food stamps or something? So I went to the food stamp office, and that white woman sat there in my face and told me, oh, you're in college? Oh, you can't get food stamps. So I was like, oh, okay. And then she paused for a couple of minutes and she was like, well, I'll
They
tell you
want you
what.
to lose everything to be
Yeah,
able to
she
get
said,
welfare.
I tell you what, if you drop out of college, we'll give you food stamps. And when she said that, I was like, oh, hell no, you got me twisted. I don't
Give
know
up your car, give up everything if
right.
you want to get some food stamps.
But that never left me. And I always think, okay, so how many young Black women or Latino women or, Black and brown women that sat in that same situation but weren't as strong as me, weren't as resilient as me.
And then they put a lot of them in a position to be dishonest. About it. And that's why they got a lot of girls for welfare
Think about
fraud
how
back
it
in the
affected
day.
women, especially women of that ended up in domestic violence relationships.
Yeah.
I remember they like would corner you and stuff like to try to separate you from the father. Not saying that it's good being in a domestic violence relationship, but they do everything not to make it better. They make it worse. They make it worse.
Yeah.
Because a man, act up and tap you on that ass, that don't he still got a right to see his kids, even if it's supervised.
Well, yeah. If he's not been violent to the kids, the father has a right to their kids.
Don't
And that's the thing with me. Even though y'all know I'm a lover of women as well, but I'm pansexual, but I totally support a father's rights to their children. You shouldn't deny a father their rights. That's the craziest shit to me. My kid's dad passed away earlier this year, but he was always active. And that's something I would never deny him. I don't care what the hell we go through or don't want to be around each other. You gonna get your kids when it's time for you to get your kids. And neither one of us ever stood in the way of our parental rights. That was absolutely crazy to us. It ain't got nothing to do with no child support or nothing at the end of the day, because he's had times where he fell hard on his times and couldn't work. I never stopped him from being a father to his kids, because at the end of the day, it's not about the money. It's about upbringing and what you instill into your kids, my dude.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And I don't know. But, like I live in what they call a woman and child state. So out here, it's a little harsher on the fathers. They are changing some things out here, and fathers are getting a little more leeway in the court system and child support system and stuff. But one thing that I do know when it comes to like CPS and stuff like that, if a man beats on a woman while his children are present in the home, they will deny you your rights to see your children, because they will say that you are a safety risk to the children. So men have to keep that in mind. Don't let no woman bring you to that point where you feel like you got to put hands on.
Walk away.
But if women that be testing, that will test a man and be smacking him and feel
what's
like
crazy is the women that don't even really get hit on, but they still put that Negro in jail anyway because they mad because he done cheated or did something else, and then she get up in his face and she gonna call the police and say he hit her.
Yeah.
And he gone. And ain't really
you'll be
nothing he can
surprised
say.
how many women that I've actually known that were very, very volatile
and
towards men.
antagonistic, and we're not trying to come down on our sisters, but we just
No,
saying
I
we
mean,
very
it just
well
is what
aware,
it is.
and we need to check that shit and just be honest about it. It does happen, and I know a lot of guys that has gone to jail for domestic violence when they ain't do nothing but get in an argument with a girl, probably pushed her up off of it. And, oh, nigga, you going to jail now, and he go to jail, and by the time he get to the public defender, they like, go ahead and take this plea no contest. We'll give you time served on them little 30 days. Now you got a jail record. When you should have pled not guilty and fought that shit, but who can really afford to fight that shit and take that chance on going to prison for something you barely even did?
Right.
So
Type.
it's
I
messed
had
up.
somebody call in a lie on me once when I was 17, and then once when I was like in my 20s, they called in on the phone.
Wow.
You know, it wasn't 911. Police came to the scene type. They called the police department and said I did XYZ, and they put whole cases on me.
Wow. And the people can do that too, just lie. And you got to fight that in court. You could be completely innocent.
Well, I no contest at that.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
At the time I was in college, I'm like, listen, I ain't
Nobody got time. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or money at that
Right.
time. Yeah.
Right. Or the risk, because chances are when you go to court as a black or brown person, you not the shit, probably 70% of us would be found guilty anyway.
Real talk.
That's just the truth of the matter, whether you innocent or not. So
that's real
yeah,
talk.
but I just think, you know, I don't really know which way I'm going to vote come the election time. I just know when I look at the Democratic Party, it seems to be severely lacking. I don't see the Democrats as being fully supportive of the Black community or even encouraging us or empowering us. I see them using us based on emotional appeal. As far as the Republican Party, I see that they do some things, but do take advantage of also the emotional appeal in the community to get that white vote and that Black vote. And I just politics as a whole, I've never fully been into, but I've always been a voter. But I just think as Black people, we need to wake up and stop being emotional and responding to people's emotional cries and be more logical and do research and actually know what we're talking about. It's sad when I see people put videos up online where they question Black people when they say, oh, Donald Trump's a racist. And then they ask them, well, how is he a racist? And they like, oh, because he just is. You know, and you know the real answer is they saw it on Twitter. And that's just sad, because if you could call somebody a racist, you should be able to point out the racist shit they done did and be real about it and not no shit that you done heard or some fake news. You know,
I mean, the things that he says and the way that he says it might feel uncomfortable, but I do understand where you're coming from. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's racist, but
right.
I agree with another
old ass white man and out of touch with, you know, the community, especially.
I mean, look at his age. He came up in a different time. You know what I'm saying? So if he is racist, you know, I mean, it's like I don't excuse it, but you know, at the same time, it is what it is. But
being
one
a product
thing I will say is that people have to understand that the Republican Party is really behind a lot of grassroots programs throughout the country that actually employs or just provide contracts with, you know, ex-felons, you know, ex-cons, you know, just
the Democratic Party has
Black
been
Americans
systemically putting away our fathers and our brothers and locking them away from now on. Not to mention, I have to say it again, we've been running with this Democratic Party for the last 5-6 decades, and where have they gotten the Black community? Where's the improvement? Where's the betterment? How are we doing better based on their what they've contributed to politics and legal system? I don't see it. Now, don't get me wrong, Barack Obama was a good look. It was nice to have some color in the White House. But what did Barack really do for the Black community at the end of the day? I'm not saying he's a Black people's president, but I'm saying as a president, you're supposed to look out for all people, especially the disenfranchised people. What did you do for the disenfranchised people?
Right.
Nothing.
I tried to find. I didn't find much of nothing.
Well, and that's the thing, you know, and I think that a lot of people don't really realize.
And I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. You know, I love Obama and Michelle, but it's like, what, you know, what about us? Everybody else didn't seem like the Indians then got theirs, and you know, everybody else didn't
the Native Americans been getting their reparations.
Well, but you ladies, not all the Native American tribes get theirs. Like, you know, there are tribes that have been excluded. Even with regarding
at least somebody got something.
Right. But
We
I
ain't
mean,
got
it's the
nothing.
same thing. The
They don't
only
give us
tribes
nothing.
that really
I mean, when we come down to reparations, who would get reparations? Like, I think that the people that deserve to get reparations are those of us who were born in this country that are descendants of African slaves, not necessarily those who migrated here from another country that weren't born in a lineage. And when you look at that, because I think people have the sense that all Black people in the United States will qualify for reparations. And I know that sounds kind of harsh, but I think if even if we end up giving all Black people reparations, the first people should get it, or should it be ones who have a lineage here from African slavery? Like my great grandmother was a slave as a child, and those of
Right.
us who were from here, whose ancestors and great great grands died on this land and were lynched on this land, like we definitely deserve reparations,
Why
because
won't it
I don't
take her
I don't feel
clothes
like
off the
this is an
thing?
evil level playing field. It's not a level playing field. We're so far behind, and we've been behind for decades. And the only way to get ahead is to set that right. And this country is only as strong as
You
its
breaking
weakest
up
link.
on
Does it sound better now? The country is only, and I'm gonna just say this: this country is only as strong as its weakest link. And as long as they keep putting down Black and brown people and allowing us to remain disenfranchised, this country will continue to struggle. If they empower us and help us to be stronger, then we could give more into this country and make it more powerful.
Well, I just want to know this though. Does the Black vote actually count? I mean, is it really that our votes actually count?
you
Or is
breaking up
there
on
an illusion that our votes count? I mean, I hate to come across as a cynic, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But, at the same time, when you really do the research, the history of this country, the history of politics, and then our current conditions, yeah, things have improved, but things are not where they technically should be when we talk about equity, inclusion, sorry, and diversity. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the amount of money that this country has lost for discrimination suits, so on and so forth, it's
it's
still
causing us to
alive
break
and well.
up.
So I guess my question is it the electoral college that decides who becomes president, or
It
does
is the
every vote
electoral
actually matter?
college. Not to mention Black people are a
Yes, it is the
minority.
electoral
Black
college.
people are a minority.
That's
Yeah,
why we
definitely
need
the
to
electoral
vote at
college.
the you know what I'm saying, in our states. We need to vote in our states. Girl, I cannot get her comment off of the darn
Yeah, we,
screen.
we definitely need to
I
vote
love you,
within
Kim,
the
but it won't.
primaries. We
Okay,
have
now
to remember that.
Kelly,
And then
move.
and as far as the presidential election, I mean, yeah, Black people are a minority. Not to mention a lot of us can't even vote, whether it's we're ex-felons and we didn't get our rights restored, those of us who choose not to
But don't
vote
y'all
and
think
not
that
even
that's all
registered
by
voters.
design though? And see, that's the
Of
thing that
course.
I'm talking about. Like some
But
of
let me
the
say this. Let
civic.
me say this real quick, family grind. If we all actually went out, the majority of us, if a majority of us don't actually go out and vote, how will we be able to even actually have that question?
But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Is it that majority
Hello?
of us don't vote, or
Yeah.
is that what the media tells us? Because when you really think about it,
Yeah.
we the poorest people in the country, we the dumbest people in the
No, you
country,
can look at
we
the
the
numbers.
sickest people in the country, we the you know what I'm saying? I
We
mean,
the
the list
worst
goes
off,
on and
let them
on.
tell it.
We the
Yeah.
most murderous people in the country. We abort our babies more than anyone in the country. You know what I'm saying?
It's only 15% of us. So if
But that's what I'm
a
saying.
certain
Though, sis,
amount of
they've
us,
been hollering that fit. They've been hollering that shit. But Nicole, this is what I'm saying, and this is where I say racism does play a part in it, because they've been hollering at 13 to 15% for like 20, 30 years. This is what I'm saying. Now, at the same time, in the same breath, you will see another facet of this country that will, like, say, the medical field will say, because remember, this is a capitalistic country, so it's all about dollars. So the medical industry retains a large amount of these economic dollars for this country. You know what I'm saying? When they talk like we have all these babies. When you look at even the abortion rate compared to the birth rate, our birth rates are still high. We haven't, so y'all saying that we the most at risk for STDs, for HIV, all these I know it's a new term for STD. I forgot what it is, but whatever.
STI.
STIs. You know what I'm saying? But you know, at the end of the day, I mean, I think that this is where the Brain Nation really comes into play with the critical thought and the critical thinking. Because how can you tell us that all we do is lay on our backs and make babies, but then turn around and say that our percentage, the percentage of our population never changes?
Even
That
with
does
the
not make
last
any
rollout of
sense.
statistics,
It's
I
to
do
either go
believe
up or down.
they were claiming that our birth rate has decreased over the last 20 years.
See, and I just read something not too long ago about the increase of the birth rate. See, this is what I'm saying.
Right.
When you deal with
It
manipulation
depends
of
on how
data,
you look at it and who interpreting it.
who interpreting, who tabulating, and who's reporting the data. Because I'm gonna be honest, you know what I'm saying? I've been in situations where I've been told to take certain data and make it say this. You know what I'm saying? I've worked
because
in
statistics
organizations
can be pretty
where
tricky, especially at how you look at them.
right, exactly. I've been in organizations where the executive director, I know for a fact, used to make up numbers. You know what I'm saying? So I guess at this point, I'm not trying to say that everyone should.
Or they go by sample size and not the actual population size.
Exactly.
I agree with that, sis. But I do know when I ask a bunch of my family members, I ain't going to vote. I ain't going to vote. My vote don't count.
Well, when it comes to the presidential election, I won't say that the vote don't count. I won't encourage people not to vote, but I would say be realistic and less emotional about your vote. We all should know how much the power the president actually has and doesn't have, and that's why voting your primaries, your state, your local government is most important, more than a presidential election.
Thank you. Say
The
that again.
presidential election seems to be a large show for us in entertainment more than anything. Don't forget about your primaries. They seem to push the presidential election and the whole electoral college more than they do your primaries. Your primaries, what you need to be showing up and showing out for, because that determines your local laws, taxes, legal system,
Family
all
court,
of that. You're
family
voting
court
for your judges. Exactly.
And look, if Donald Trump wins and they take they're going to take over the 9th district, and a lot of people, African Americans and minorities that are fighting for justice in the criminal justice system, are not going to end up doing too well, because they have a long lineage of right-winger judges that have been trained up, that is ready to take over for the next 30 years.
Well, can I say this? But with Roland Martin posted something, a video not too long ago, maybe 1 to 2 weeks ago, where they were talking about how Black American mail-in ballots were being like rejected and suppressed. So, you know, I mean, really look at it from all aspects of it, because what I see is the same people that create these oppressive policies are the same people that are telling us that we don't vote. So my thing is, if we gonna get critical in our thought process, let's really be critical in our thought process. Are you giving us valid information, or are you tainting the information? Are you manipulating the information and the data to get the results that you want? You know what I'm saying?
That's why we have to read and look. They are tampering. Look, the best thing I suggest, if you're gonna send your ballot in, that you need to take a picture with that thing, and in some states, they strongly suggest that you should get it notarized, because Donald Trump even said in a debate about having already talking about putting already out in the air that it's going to be something wrong with these mail-in ballots, and if he's not going to concede. So that means if he's not going to concede, that means that he's going to.
Biden said he ain't going to concede either.
Well, hold on. But Civi 108 says, yes, 5,800 minority votes were rejected in North Carolina by Republicans. But see, that's the thing. So if you take that 5,800 and you multiply that by, you know what I'm saying, our state, the number of states that we have, I mean, there you have it. So I'm not saying that people shouldn't vote. That's not what I'm saying. That's not where I'm going with this. What I'm going with this is that, you know, we are telling our people, going after our people, telling them you need to vote, and then this type of stuff happens. So should we really, you know, be aggressive in our voting, or should we fall back? And I think that that's where a lot of the Black community and brown community to some degree even stands. Like, do we really need to go hard? Because we have to go hard on the job. We got to go hard in the school, right? We can't just be the normal average student, the normal average employee. We always have to go above and beyond.
We got to go hard at everything.
Right,
go hard
exactly.
Go home.
So, you know, I mean, I'm I'm with it, but I'm not with it at the same time.
We can go hard for a brand new Beyonce album. We can go hard for a man with a big old dang wang. We can go hard for a big old booty and fake titties in a Cadillac. Why we can't go hard for who got somewhat control and laws over our life? Hello?
Because I think we look at instant satisfaction versus
that didn't come out right, huh?
No, it sounded right. I think because we look at instant gratification versus there's no real instant gratification in the presidential election, especially when we don't really understand how our vote matters, how it counts, and how the presidents are actually elected. Like a lot of us don't fully understand that process.
Right. And I agree with that, but I also, sis, I also agree that, or just my personal stance, you know what I'm saying, is that after all this voting, because think about it, when blacks were first given the right to vote, they went hard. They stood in them lines. So my thing is voting what's going to get us where we need to be? You know what I'm saying? Is it really? I'm just asking. I'm not saying we shouldn't vote. I'm just asking, is voting really going to get us where we need to be?
I think if we're going to go hard at voting, we should go hard at other things like bettering our educational system, being careful who we put in the school boards and teachers and stuff like that. And speaking up when our children aren't getting proper education. We can do all these walks for Black Lives Matters, and that means a lot. But at the same time, how come we don't get this aggressive when our kids are undereducated, when our men are being locked away in prison? How come we ain't willing to stand up and hold signs for that?
Well, it's really funny because when I was finishing up that last grant assignment that I had, I did a little research because I was looking for, toolkits and resources for that particular program. And I find it really odd that I went onto the DOC website and I found that they are even profiling Black babies from ages 0 to 2 years old for gang prevention.
The prison industrial complex. They planted the prison so they can make money off of them.
And then, when you look at that AG from, I forgot his name because I don't care to even remember it, but the AG from the Breonna Taylor case, you know what I'm saying? When you look at that, I think that's really where our problem is. The skin folk that ain't kinfolk. I really do think that that's where the problem is.
Oh, yeah,
because we can fight for the right cause all day long, but if we're still going to have people within our own camp that are going to secretly and silently take payoffs to go against us, that's going to create that uphill battle. We're constantly swimming against, the stream. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I'm not saying give up, throw in the towel, but maybe we need to be a little more strategic, a little more creative, a little more unorthodox in the way that we think and approach how we gain the respect, the diversity, the equity, and inclusion that we need in this country.
Yeah, I think we definitely need to reorganize and re-strategize. And like you said, I'm not saying go away from politics or voting, but maybe we need to focus our energy elsewhere that does give us immediate gratification. Focus on our communities harder than we do politics and all this stuff that seems to be largely out of our control.
Well, yeah, and it's really funny though, Moni, if I could just throw this in, because when we talk about the primary vote and how that impacts our local governments, but then think about it like this too. When you sit down, because remember, the money, the dollars trickle from the Fed to the state, from the state to your county to the city, right? So from the Fed to the state to the county to the city. But when it gets to the city, they still ain't doing right by it. I've seen grants that were over $2 million that were designed to get Black and brown children additional support in schools. But when it actually made it to that level, that bottom level, that end user level, you know what I'm saying, that consumer level, they penny pinched and said, oh, we're only going to use so many dollars. We don't have the money for that. So we have to look at it's really.
And that's when we need to be protesting and standing on a block.
Right.
When that happens.
Right. When that happens, not necessarily when somebody gets killed for public view. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should, okay, I get the protesting.
Because we seem to be more reactive than proactive, though. And that's why we need to organize and re-strategize and be more more proactive than just reacting after the fact, because that doesn't get us nowhere after the shit's all said and done. We need to work on building more of our members in the community with power. Power money equals control. And we need to gain more control in this system. And that's something we don't have. And that's why it continues to be a racist system. And a lot of people say that our system is broken. Our system isn't broken. It was never designed for us. The system is working perfectly against us as it was designed.
But you know what, sis? Now check this out. Civvy 108 said, imagine he took 2 of your people to equal 1 white man vote.
Hold on, I can't really hear you because we got some music or something playing. It's too loud.
I think it might be.
I'm not sure if we're having an intermission.
My dogs are loud. I'm getting irritated.
But
you
look
want to
what
have
Civvy
an
108
intermission and play
said.
some music for a couple of minutes?
I'm gonna do something to my dog where she won't ever bark again.
Oh, put her in the room. That's what my dad used to do when he had company.
Hold on. Ladies, we've been waiting on this shit all night. We had men all night. All the ladies in the house, stand up and show these niggas what it's all about in this bitch. Hit it, DJ.
Feel my neck, my back, lick my just like that. My neck, my back.
This my one move right here.
Just like that. My neck, my back, lick my just like that.
Yes.
Where's Mona? Mona? Where's Mona?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Cole. I heard you. I know you were getting the dogs and stuff in order.
Kids keep knocking on my door. I need to put a sign that I'm recording. They keep knocking on the door. It's causing the dogs to bark. I don't know. She accidentally got kicked off. Mona, where you at?
They said StreamYard booted her.
I'm gonna kill these dogs.
But I wanted to bring to attention what Civvy 108 said, because what Civvy 108 said, if you don't think your people can go back into slavery, you got another thing coming, you better vote. Well, you know what? I don't feel like this country actually gets to decide that at this point. I mean,
I don't know.
When is the end of our 500 years? When is the end of the 500-year prophecy? See, I think that a lot of people got comfortable with the state and the conditions that Black people were in, but you got to remember that that 500-year prophecy is coming to an end. And so when you look at the seven captivities that Black people have been in, okay, we are now in the 7th captivity. So I understand what you're saying, Civvy 108, but you know, I digress. I feel like this: time will tell. Because I believe that with the media and all these, racist institutions and systems that have been put in place have taught you, they have not taught you the truth. They have not taught you.
You'll have to educate me on Civvy 108, is it? Because I'm not familiar with that. Or maybe I know it by another name.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. That's
this
somebody
is Mona.
in the chat.
I don't know what Civvy 108 is. I'm not familiar with it unless I know it by another term.
Oh, that's somebody in the chat.
I thought it was something you was talking about.
No, yeah, I'm talking about the comments that they making.
Oh, okay.
He's saying that if you don't think your people can go back to slavery, you got another thing coming. But see, again,
are we not still in slavery?
Well, that's my thing, because they really believe that Black
we're in
people
the
going back into slavery. It's not going to happen.
It's a different type of slavery. It ain't going to be that kind of on the plantation. We're in the economic slavery. Whenever we got most of us that can't break that glass ceiling and we live in paycheck to paycheck, supporting this economy on our backs into the ends of our lives, that sounds like some slavery to me. Maybe not the typical ideology of slavery, but we are far from being free.
Well, I ain't saying that we're necessarily, I'm not necessarily saying that we're free, but I think about when Ezekiel prophesied over them dry bones, but I digress, because again, what people see, there is a book that's called Valley of the Dry Bones. I forgot his name, is Rudolph something, Windsor, I believe, or something along those lines. I forgot his name. So if that's the wrong person, y'all don't quote me, but you can go find it on Amazon. It's called Valley of the Dry Bones. I would challenge y'all to read that book. This brother was ahead of his time, and he brought us some great facts. And a lot of the things that he talks about in that book is actually happening right now. But in the valley, there were bones from a war. And Ezekiel prophesied over those bones, and the bones stood up, and flesh came over the bones, and then armor came over the flesh. And it said, and he said, and God said, behold, an exceedingly great army of God. See, my thing is, and I think that a lot of people like don't have to believe in God, but you can't deny that a lot of the stuff that we're experiencing in the earth today was already written. You know what I'm saying? So we can go and we can play all these secular, theories against the Bible, but at the end of the day, every knee shall bow and every tongue will confess. However we see it, because there are things that were written from Old Testament to New that are actually happening now. And so my thing is that when we look at the people that make policies, when we look at the people that create laws, why is it that these same people look to the Bible for guidance? The law system, the judicial system in this country is based off the Levitical
Sometimes they
law.
be looking at different Bibles too, but I think too another thing is if you look at
We got
back
audio
in
feedback.
known history, there's not really been anything new under the sun. It seems like human nature has been human nature in this way for a very long time. We have people in power that are deliberately trying to maintain that power and control over the masses, and that's been just status quo forever. As far as known history.
Yeah. Well, Civi 108, our history wasn't erased. It was whitewashed. I mean, you just got to be technical with the facts. Again, this conversation makes me
Civi
feel
108 is actually a person. Okay, yeah. I thought it was some kind of.
No, that's why I kept saying it's somebody commenting in the chat. But
I thought that was like a memorandum or something I missed.
But then when you look at the history, there have even been white scholars that have come to the fold and have admitted that our history was not only stolen from us, but it was also whitewashed.
Much of your people's history was totally erased.
You can find old slave advertisements that literally say Hebos for sale. Hebos.
Why does Civi 08? Why does the person Civi 08 speak like they speaking to people that have no idea about our history or about how our history?
Because that's what they really believe, and I'm not saying everybody, but
Civi 108, I think you could probably ask more questions than you do responding, because you're not responding to a group of people that are not aware or unaware of our history. We're not unaware of our history. We are familiar with that. So maybe if you can come to a place of common ground where we can understand each other instead of assuming what we know and we do not know, maybe we can have a better conversation, a more thought-provoking conversation. Because if you just taking us way back to some shit we learned decades ago, you got the wrong group.
Hold on. Let me say this. He says that he can tell us his forefather's name that came over from England. Guess what, homie? I can too. And I'm going to tell you something. Okay,
and my mother's share bloodline, some of the same common ancestors.
Hold on, my mother's bloodline is traced back to England royalty. Now, question and answer and riddle me this. I can prove it to you with coats of arms with faces that were sketched that look exactly like relatives of mine that are living on the earth today. Need I go get the book and call out the arms? And I got pictures to prove everything that I'm saying. There are coats of arms that have my grandfather's brother face on it. There are coats of arms that has one of my grandfather's other brothers, his wife. And there's a coat of arms that has a woman that looks exactly like my mother, a picture that she took with a jerry curl in her head in the 80s. So don't stop with what you can trace back. With what you
and elitist. Civi 108 sounds very elitist and divisive. Why don't you click that link, Civi 108, and come up here and talk to us? Because I like to feel a person's energy like in real life. Because anybody can sit in the comments and talk hard and copy paste comments and stuff like that. Like, come up here and show us what your brain really working with. Let's have a real life conversation. Come do that with us. Click that link. Drop that link, Nicole Reloaded.
So tell them what it is. Tell them what it is.
Oh, okay. Now I see the person.
Tell them what it is, because they don't really know. And when they really find out, they're going to be in a place. It's too late then.
I want Civi 108 to come up here and have a conversation with us.
I mean, I'm not trying to get aggressive, but don't put stuff in the comments. Come back it up. Come get up on here. Because I've done my research. I got a collection.
Come up here. You're invited. You're welcome. We won't be I can't say that we won't be aggressive because we're gonna talk our shit.
Yeah, just don't
but
use
we
any
will be
profanity.
respectful. So, you're invited. Come up here and talk your shit.
Just don't use
If
any
you talking some
profanity.
real shit, then we'll agree where we agree and we'll listen. But it's hard to respect somebody from the comments that's making more of some assumptions than they are listening. It's very hard. But so if you stand behind everything that you say, you're trying to help us. Well, come up here on the live and help us with your voice. You could turn
And
your
don't use
camera
no
off.
profanity or you're gonna get blocked.
He said we don't remember what part of Africa, but that's the thing. Because when you think about it, honey, the truth be told, Jerusalem is the mother of us all.
So tell me how we talking about current day politics and he trying to take us way back in Africa and talking about shit he know about instead of talking about the shit we talking about right now. That's the shit that I find it hard to dig, because when a person want to jump in and they want to stand up on people's necks and be a real elitist asshole, they want to take us to their conversation and what they talking about. That's not what we talking about. But if you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about, click that link so you can get more respect than just sitting in the chat and typing. I want to hear your voice. I want to hear the same strength and energy in your voice than what you're giving in the comment section. That's what I want to hear.
Go ahead and click the link. Just don't come on here cussing.
Because what I found and what I've noticed about, online and people online, their energy in real life don't necessarily match their energy from their comment section. So when I see a person talking real strong in the comment section, sometimes it's just doubtful, because a lot of us who are very strong in real life, we come across kind of soft in the comment section because it ain't all about them damn comments. So come on up here, brother, sister, and talk your talk and educate us, help us. As you say, you're trying to help.
Try Jesus, not me. 'Cause I throw hands.
I'm just saying. What'd he say?
You so petty.
Come on, brother. I got something for you.
Challenge.
And where we come from, why do you make the assumption that we don't understand where we come from? And you don't even know, none of us or our ethnic backgrounds to even know where the hell we come from. So how can you sit up here and tell us
my
where we
mama could
come
be
from?
white. You don't know.
Right. You don't even know us. So that's the type of assumptions that I find quite ignorant. And that's why I'm saying you need to come on up here and help us and educate us and let us educate you.
Girl, educate us.
Yes, dude, we need your help, Master Sir. We need to be educated.
Girl, watch this.
Weez is just...
Oh no. Oh my God, Jesus.
Weez is just some lowly slaves. Please come educate us, Master Sir, so that we can understand.
Chocolate said bullshit. Hey, dude, this is what I got to say to your comments.
No, I don't.
Why y'all put that stuff in? Better took you to night water. Oh. They reading. Who are they reading?
Oh. I just got to point out once again how we was up here talking about one thing and this person came through the chat, changed the subject and talking about they want to help us and educate us, not knowing us, not knowing what we know or anything. Like, that's just, all right.
Girl, this probably somebody
didn't even come up
Twitter.
and say, let me ask y'all, do you understand where you come from, where your people are from? You don't even know where my people from, bro, dude.
Well, if I could say this to Civvy 108 or whatever his name is, first of all, like I told
him, still ain't clicked that link, so
he still ain't clicked that link because he don't want to battle with real ones. Period. And I gotta answer
because he doing a lot of copy pasting, and them words ain't gonna match their real life energy. So I understand you could be a coward.
Right, exactly. But again, we went through. So the people in America today, known as Black people or Black Americans, okay, we have been through.
I am not Black. I am a white, educated woman. Okay.
What y'all talking about? I'm
Oh my
Native
gosh,
American.
really? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
My name is
I'm
Becky.
Caucasian Negro.
Oh my God. You Negroes are so
Yeah, well,
funny.
I'll say this about Black people in this country: we are not African American. We are Americans, Africans. But I'll say
we are American. We are descendants of Africans. We are American. We built this country. A lot of our ancestors died on this very same land trying to build this country. And I hate when they divide us and try to separate us from our American heritage.
Well, see, that's the thing, Emmanuel. That's the thing, Emmanuel Briggs. Because you got it. Oh, not Emmanuel Briggs. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Emmanuel responded to Sivy.
I'm sorry. He was responding to Sivy. I said his name, but I'm thinking dude in my head.
Right.
But let me say this though.
Emmanuel, tack that, smack that on the floor, smack that. Give him some more.
Why is Sivy not clicking the link though?
I don't know. Twerk on that link, Sivy, or cross dance, or whatever it is you do.
Whatever white people do these days.
He might not be
I'll
white.
say this about the 7 captivities.
People of descendants of English people do.
Well, I'll say this because truth be told, Black people in Europe for 1,000 years, so they can't put a claim to a landmass that our ancestors ruled for 1,000 years before this captivity. But I will say this: there were 7 captivities.
What's got to do with Trump being in the hospital?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right, Sivy the one who changed the shit.
No,
Sivy
go ahead. No, I'm asking him that.
Not
you, sis. I'm asking him. I'm asking him.
Yeah, now you want to talk about the female chromosome. Like
nah,
this person
he all over the
just
place.
watch a whole bunch of YouTube videos and they just want to come into space where they feel like they'll be heard so they can talk the shit that they think they know.
Well, we've been through the Egyptian captivity. That was our first captivity. Our ancestors went through the Assyrian captivity. And you can go and you can research and you can look at the carvings on the Assyrian walls of those Black men that they were leading to slaughter with their nappy heads, with their dreads, with their popcorn twins.
I'm gonna let sis entertain his ass because I ain't got no time for somebody that's just sitting up here copy pasting Google comments and shit they done seen online because I don't believe it. The energy is coming across very false to me. Like I don't even think they know what they pretend to know. They just watched a whole bunch of YouTube videos. So until they can come up here and actually have a conversation with me where they can talk off the cuff and be in question and we can have a little inquisition up in here and we can talk what we actually know about. This is an unfair debate. I'm not entertaining that shit no more. And if it wasn't thoroughly against what I believe in and that's silencing the voice of the opposition, I would time your ass out right about now, but I ain't even gonna do it because I'm gonna let you speak and make a fool of yourself. And that's the brain talking. Because I'm not entertaining his ass because I feel like he copy pasting a whole bunch of basic ass shit that he done learned on YouTube in the last couple of weeks. I ain't got time. I still owe tuition on some shit I done learned.
What you laughing at, Miss Groovy? She laughing.
Okay, well then come up here and talk your talk then. If you very familiar, then come up here and talk it.
Yeah, like for real. Because you didn't change the whole conversation of what we was talking about. We was talking about Trump and seeing if he can breathe or not. We're not talking about
because Family Grind gonna educate your dumb ass, but I don't even want no parts because I'm not arguing with a copy pasting ass motherfucker. I'm just not finna do it.
He said he learned nothing from YouTube. Okay, well maybe you should find another chat to go have that. We're not having that discussion anymore.
So back to Trump. Trump is in the hospital and Melania.
You don't have to be quiet. Let's just stay on topic. What do you think about Donald Trump?
And keep them in your thoughts, prayers, and meditations. You know, I wouldn't want nobody to pass away from that. That's just sad. So I hope that he'll be okay and continue to fight for re-election because this is going to be very entertaining. I already missed that first debate. I got to go back and watch it. I heard it was a shit show.
Girl, it was good. It was good and bad at the same time.
I'm telling you, Donald Trump is better than reality TV. He done brought reality TV to the White House.
This is the hospital right here, Mona. Says after one of his final severe heart attacks, ex-President Eisenhower gets a visit from President Johnson in the presidential suite at the old Walter Reed Army Hospital. So I guess this is, I'm sure, I know it's
He's gonna be
updated, but
comfortable in luxury.
yeah, he's in luxury. He's in luxury. He sounded like he was wheezing to me though. Like he was struggling a little bit.
He did sound like
They said he was
congested and also trying to make it seem like he wasn't struggling to breathe. I
He was
mean,
like he wasn't
Donald
congested.
Trump gonna show a strong face now. He gonna show a strong stance. You know that.
Yeah. Let's see. Is Sis in the chat tearing him up?
Yeah. I want to thank everybody for the tremendous support. I'm going to Walter Reed Hospital. I think I'm doing very well, but we're going to make sure that things work out. The First Lady is doing very well. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will never forget it. Thank you.
Yeah, he's struggling.
I want to thank everybody for
conspiracy theories, but do we think they trying to kill
Walter
him?
Reed Hospital. I think I'm doing very well.
Comments, how many people
but
think they
we're
trying
going
to kill him?
make sure that things work out.
But he went around without no mask on.
Yeah, and all this time he didn't never come positive for COVID. Even his brother died. So I mean, it's possible. They love to take advantage of possible situations. Like if you're depressed, they'll suicide.
I thought they loved him.
I mean, not everybody loves him. So the people that don't love him, do we think they trying to kill him? Go ahead and get him up out of here. I'm telling you, you can't trust some of them people. They'll suicide your ass in a minute. And COVID-19 is a perfect opportunity. Nobody to blame but the virus.
And then the thing
I ain't
is,
gonna lie, that was my thought at first. I was like, damn, they done got it.
Yep, that's what I said. Yep. Yep. I don't know. See, and I think this right here says this is the jarring contrast between the carefree, cavalier attitude towards the virus on display in Rose Garden event Saturday. Look at all
and just think, with him coming down with COVID, how is he not the perfect example of how the Democrats have been right this entire time about COVID and wearing masks and everything? Look, the very president caught it.
Look at these people, sis. This is the stuff I'm talking. This is why Democrats get on my damn nerves sometimes. Look at this lady.
What did it say?
I don't know. Let's see what she's saying.
Brings you guys out tonight?
We live in this neighborhood, and we are anti-Trump.
Okay. I'm trying to get the other side there. So are you here to protest or support Biden? Like, how would you categorize it?
We're here to support our family and our people against whatever Trump is for.
Well, I think he's probably just for getting better right now.
We don't care how he's feeling.
Oh, wow.
Brings you guys out tonight?
We are
trash.
We live in this neighborhood.
She sounds like she's been sucking on that bottle.
And that's the thing about that's the thing that I don't like about some people when they take a side. Like they have to spread hatred. Like you don't have to spread hatred to promote what you love. You don't have to wish death on other people or say totally disregard our other citizens. Like even if you're an American citizen and you don't have some of the same beliefs as I do, I still recognize your right as American citizen to be able to speak your mind and say how you feel in the pursuit to happiness. Like I don't wish death on nobody. I don't even care what you voting for. Like that ain't right. That's not how we should be leading. We shouldn't be trying to silence other people and
let nobody drink out of that neither.
We shouldn't be trying to silence the opposition by beating them up. And that goes for both sides. Over the last couple of days, I've watched both sides fighting each other, macing each other, and all of that. And it's been absolutely despicable. That's why you won't catch me on nobody front line. I think it's foolish. They're out there fighting like cats.
Why are they outside of this man's hospital, sis? Let's see what they're doing right here. It is despicable. Sis, why? Like, this is the reason why the world is going to hell. You can't blame Trump for everything. Why are these people doing that?
Right.
Why are you outside the hospital like this? What are they proving? cannot be pleased with this type of behavior.
I am not pleased with that type of behavior.
Is that a black lady with a bald head?
I don't know. It's despicable. It's absolutely crazy. And I'm talking about both sides, not just the Black Lives Matter, the anarchists, the, what do they call them ones? The Antifa, the Proud Boys. Like all of y'all, have y'all Americans, are y'all okay? Because y'all done lost y'all damn mind. Y'all out there fighting and carrying on and shit like rent and mortgage ain't due on the 1st through the 10th. Y'all straight tripping.
And if you lucky, some will let you wait until the 15th.
Right. They out here fighting and everything, carrying on, calling each other the N-word and racist slurs and crackers and everything. It's just crazy to me.
Let's see what they're talking about. I'm trying to see what group is this.
It looked like the Trumpers and the Blue Lives Matter ones. And I don't think a lot of them realize they don't actually disagree. They just fighting.
But they had set it up separately.
Of course, everybody's lives matter, but what we're trying to get you to recognize is that in this country, a lot of Black people have been treated as if their lives aren't important. And when you have to say it, that's telling you that there's a problem, that there's an issue. And a lot of some of these same Trump supporters say, well, of course, Black lives matter, but white lives matter too. Ain't nobody say Black lives matter, but white lives don't. Like, that's just crazy that they even took it that way. But okay.
Are these okay? So are these the Proud Boys and wives or what?
I don't know who the Proud Boys are, but these are Trump supporters and Blue Lives Matter supporters, it appears.
Blue Lives is the cops.
Yeah, that's the cops, supporting the cops. What's up, folks? I mean, it would be a moot point to say all cops aren't bad. Go ahead, turn it up, sis.
Walter Reed.
It won't go up any louder.
I'll press mute.
Maryland. A lot of people leaving when they come out. So for me, this is about really only about a 35-minute drive from where we live. So that tonight would be a good night to come out to see what was going on, to see these Trumps who are here tonight. I've spoken to some of them. They tell me they plan to be here all night long. And maybe more people may even come tomorrow. They said they want to be out here in support of the president. They want to be out here to maintain sort of a watch.
Okay, so they just trying to support him then. He buffering too much.
It's very hot.
I got you, Grace.
He's kind of boring. That lady need to go home. She looked like she about to fall on out. He was buffering too bad. Oh, look at this, girl. Look at this.
Nicole, after this live, we're gonna do a Brain Nation private conference call. So y'all look forward to Grace's or my text after this live, so we can let you guys know what medium we're gonna use for the conference call. So Family Grind, you, all the other Brain Nation supporters, we're gonna do a private conference call after this live.
Awesome. Yay. Let's see what Kumi's talking about. Brain Nation. Brain Nation. Let's see what he's talking about.
Okay.
Trying. The big headline is President Trump hospitalized for COVID-19.
He had COVID.
Walking on his own
he made it.
to Marine One on his way to Walter Reed tonight, and then deboarding shortly after waves to reporters. But we also know some of the details of his condition, his personal disposition, and some treatment that they're trying. And all of that raises many more concerns than the president did with this message.
I want to thank everybody for the tremendous support. I'm going to Walter Reed Hospital. I think I'm doing very well, but we're going to make sure that things work out. The First Lady is doing very well. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will never forget it. Thank you.
Now, this is a time that benefits from no drama, but this is no simple matter of being asymptomatic. The president has a very winnable battle, but a battle on his hands nonetheless. COVID doesn't just disappear. Now, we will discuss what the White House is telling us because the timeline, the sequence of events doesn't make sense. Even taken at their word, they really didn't test the president a day after finding out about
it's buffering bad.
Hope Hicks. And what if Hicks didn't give it to him? That is becoming increasingly likely. A central concern is the Rose Garden event Saturday for Judge Amy Coney Barrett. A number of people who were there have now tested positive, including 2 senators, Republicans, on the Senate Judiciary Committee, obviously fundamental to her nomination. And what did we see there? Some masks, many without, very tight together, exactly what you're not supposed to do. So if this was the event, not Hope Hicks, that's a long time. That was last Saturday. How many more people were exposed? How many more did the president expose? How big a circle are they drawing around the president and this event for contact tracing? And of course, all of this was kept secret. You heard nothing about that Saturday event, nothing about anybody who tested positive after it. And you didn't even hear until 24 hours after they knew about Hope Hicks, and not from the White House. We found it out. Bloomberg and then CNN. That secrecy may have carried a price of more cases. Now look, I'm sorry the president and his wife and others are sick. It is made worse by the fact that it did not have to happen. Please stop listening to these people on state TV and elsewhere who say, you know, he was refusing to hide. He's out there doing the thing, holding rallies. These people are poisoning you. Those rallies were a mistake. That Rose Garden event was a mistake. It could have been a super spreader event. We'll show you how many people. That's like, who were there. It's a coincidence? Can't be. Likely those events, we're not sure which one yet, but that's how the president got sick, being unmasked around crowds. And yet in doing so, there is one point to keep in perspective. In being sick, and sick enough to have symptoms, and sick enough to need experimental treatment, and sick enough to go to the hospital, Trump is finally relaying a message we've needed from him for months. COVID-19 is real. It is dangerous. Not wearing masks is a mistake. Crowding into places is a mistake. I hope everyone gets the point now. We have paid a high enough price. Yes, this president told you the virus will just go away. That's mostly political hype, that it affects almost no one. Well, now he, the most important leader we have at the most critical time, has it. He is the strongest evidence that everything he told you is false. Tonight, we have new insight into why he is receiving the treatment that he is. It is experimental. Does that mean this is risky for the commander-in-chief? Does it mean this is something dire? Is he in worse shape? Does it mean that at all? We have the scientist who heads the company that developed the experimental drug. He will take us through it. We also can't hide from the questions that the president's quick turn from positive to the hospital presents about the continuity of government. There has been no transfer of power to the VP, Mike Pence. The White House says President Trump remains in charge of the country. What does his battle mean for the upcoming election, for our national security?
Yeah, because who would run for the Republicans if something, forbid, if he passes away? Who does the Republicans have next up if he should succumb to COVID-19? Nicole, can you hear me? Let me fall out and come back. Can you hear me, sis?
I have myself on mute.
Okay, sorry. So if the president unfortunately
Mike
succumbs,
Pence.
but I know he's a vice president, but who's going to run as a Republican candidate from the presidential election?
It would be
Mike Pence. Oh wow. Oh no,
Yes.
That's horrible.
Yes, he would have to transfer. He would have to, if he was to die right now.
But that
forbid,
that doesn't mean that they'll want him to run for president. They'll just mean he'll be in power for the rest of this Trump's run in office, but for the new elections coming up, they would have to present a Republican candidate, a nominee. And would they nominate Pence? Is he who they're looking at?
What they would do is they would sign over presidential power to him.
I'm talking about
and then they will vote. Then listen, Mona, then they will vote for him
and
to
I'm
be
aware of
the
that.
nominee.
But have they said that they would vote for him to be the nominee?
Yes.
So the Republicans are saying Pence is their man next up if something happens to Donald Trump.
Yes. They say that's how it gotta go.
Who said?
On the news. The news people and stuff. That's how it goes. It goes in line.
No,
because
it doesn't have to go
too far.
way.
It's too far gone. He's the vice president. If something happens to the president of the United States, that's why Comey was saying that he hasn't signed it over to
the president. The vice president takes position of power for the rest of the presidential run in office. However, when it comes to nominating a new presidential candidate for the Republican Party, that doesn't have to be the vice president, but it
doesn't have to be.
It
But I
could be.
think
So that's why I was
asking.
Have they already had those discussions of what if Trump passes away? Because I didn't know it's all happened so quickly. I didn't know they had those conversations already. And if they had they said, oh, if something happens to Donald Trump, we're going to present Pence as a presidential nominee.
Yes.
As a Republican nominee.
Yes. That's what they said.
Okay, I got to do some research.
And it was on Fox.
Because that seems awfully soon and inconsiderate.
Well, you think they care? People are asking questions.
No, I do think that's awfully soon and inconsiderate.
No, it was. I was like, damn, the man he wasn't even talking about going to the hospital.
So are you saying it's the news
they were talking
reporters
because
that
they were
are saying
talking about they were talking about his age and how high risk it is because he's 74. He's considered what they would say is obese, which is like, darn, the man ain't that darn big. And he has high blood pressure, the things that are very dangerous if you contract COVID. So somebody had said it would go to the vice president, and then if something happened to the vice president, it would go to the Secretary of State.
So was it the news reporters that were speculating?
I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but you have to look it up. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to drop down, sis, because I'm going to eat me a little dinner before you end your live.
All right. I'm about to close it out anyway, baby. Thank you for coming, Mona. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Let me see. When I seen that, let me see. Mona, how do I ask that question? Let me see. I don't even want to ask that. Let me see. Who would become, let me see. If the president would, die. Okay. This was just answered an hour ago, Mona. Said, what if Trump can't run? Many steps are clear, but not some are. The Constitution says the vice president is next in line if the president dies or can no longer serve, but things get murky there. So Mona's right. Vice President Mike Pence, 61, tested negative on Friday. Washington President, am I muted? Okay. President Trump positive corona test has raised the possibility, however remote, that he could become or potentially die in office if his symptoms worse. While that outcome remains highly unlikely, and few in Washington were willing to discuss it on Friday because they were talking about this shit on Fox. Taken to Walter Reed National Military Medical for treatment. The Constitution and Congress long ago stopped and placed a plan of succession to ensure the nation is protected from adversities and internal conflict within. Oh, girl, they want me to pay for it. Damn, I will have to pay for this. I will do it when I get ready. Go take a bath. Hold on. Let me see if I can scan down. Because some of these, they make you pay for a monthly. Let me see. Okay, let me see. The immensely more consequential procedure set out by the 25th Amendment is the involuntary removal of the president's powers for the reason of incapacity that has never been invoked. Obviously, though, there was talk of its provisions during Trump impeachment trial. NRR explains this process. In such a case, the Vice President and the majority of cabinet secretaries inform the Speaker and President pro tempore that the President is incapable of performing his duties, and the Vice President immediately takes over as acting President. The President resumes his duties with his written declaration that no inability exists. And if the President consists the findings that he is incapable of carrying out his duties. Again, Section 4, the president and the majority of the cabinet secretaries must again declare the president incapable and must do so in writing within 4 days. Congress must then convene with 48 hours and has 21 days to decide the issue. A 2/3 vote of both chambers is required to declare the president unable to perform his duties. Short of that 2/3 vote, the president remains empowered. So it's immensely easier to provide for an orderly, in its most hypothetical cases, temporary transmittal of power to the vice president as acting president if the incapacitated POTUS is cooperative. In addition to the above provisions, the 25th Amendment includes vague language empowering the vice president to take over after the consultation with such body as Congress may by law provide, but Congress hasn't provided any guidance as far. President Trump's situation is even more extraordinary as he's the Republican nominee for the second term in an election that is occurring in 32 days. If he were to die or become incapacitated, could he be replaced as the party's candidate? The short answer, not really. So Mona, that was a great question. Says ballots have already been printed in most states, and in some areas, people are already voting. As NYU Professor Joshua Tucker explains, the Republican National Committee has the power to choose. Oh, you're right, Mona, they can. See, these people on Fox choose a replacement nominee and vote is a sort of a mini convention, as the DNC did in 1972, when the vice president nominee Thomas Eagleton withdrew from the ticket, but it might not really have an effect until after the election. Suppose Trump wins the election even incapacitated or becomes incapacitated after election, but before Inauguration Day. This situation is more complex. The votes for presidents are cast, of course, in the Electoral College. The issue would be how an elector should or can cast their vote if the president wins their state but can't serve. In some states, electorals are not legally bound to vote for the candidate who has won their state, though of course that's what they do in practice indeed. Some state laws do expressly provide the electors have discretion in this situation. Republican electors in those states would then most likely vote for the candidate the RNC had put forward to replace the president. The electors in any state for Democratic nominee Joe Biden or Trump are likely to be strong parties, loyalists. If the parties have been careful about who ran as elector on their behalf. If that's the case, they would likely follow the RNC lead. But whose state laws addressing the discretion of electors are such vague? Still, Tucker thinks the replacement nominee for a winning candidate would inherit his support. But who would it be then? My view is even that the electors are formally bound by state law to vote for the dead candidate, they will go ahead and vote for the candidate the RNC has identified to replace the president if he can't serve. It's hard to imagine they would be sanctioned for violating these laws in any event. The sanctions are so mild, so electoral will be deterred by them in this situation. All these contingencies, of course, contemplate and otherwise normal president election with a clear winner and loser and everything TD resolved by the time the Electoral College votes on December 14th. The possibility of a replacement Republican nominee in or incapacitated but still official incumbent superposed over the chaos and irony so many already fear heading towards November 3rd. It's just too difficult to comprehend. So I guess they don't even have an answer for it, sis. That shit made my chest hurt. Anyway, I love you. Thank you, Mona Simone. Let me go over this comments. I'm going to play some music, drop the comments, and in the end. And remember, through God, all things are possible to those who believe, as long as you're willing to receive what God has for you. Please stay safe. Wash your hands. Brush your teeth. Pray. Be a blessing and not a curse. Make you some love. Rub on your woman's leg tonight, man. Give your honey bunny a kiss. Go brush your man's hair. Make love. I love y'all, man. My chest hurt. Donald Trump. Oh, Lord. See, now it's all messed up now, y'all. Help Jesus. Oh, Lord. I got to.
Sometimes I say that I want you back, but I don't know if I do. Sometimes I think about the good days we had, but they were bad days too. And I know love is like the phases of the moon. And I know you would say I gave up way too soon. So it's gone, now we both move on. Oh, that's la la life, that's la la life. Baby, let it be, enjoy the memory. Oh, that's la la life, that's la la life. And I know love is like the phases of the moon. And I know you would say I gave up way too soon.
It's lit. Just take a look at the drip. You boys don't get fired in this. Roll up dope, yeah, I'm high as a bitch. Wait, it's lit. Get that little bitch a little tip. Now she wanna suck on that dick. She wanna catch all of the drip. Pull up and I'm loading the clip. New bitch, yeah, stay on my hips. Niggas talking, they not with this shit. Catch your body, you might get hit. But lately been all about drip. New designer, just look at the fit. And I just blew it back on my bitch. You got clout, but you don't got the drip. You get money, that's some type of miss. I can blind you, bitch, look at the wrist. For that back, and I might take a risk. Don't get crushed, cause you care about a bitch. Pass the Henny, I'm trying to get lit. to get out my body and shit. Fuck around and start bodying shit. Remember nights we was starving and shit. You my brother, I got you, that's it. We can never fall out by the bitch. We was swimming with sharks and them fish. And the field with them lions and pitch. Sweaty niggas be lying and shit. Talking money, don't buy their own shit. Baby mothers be buying them shit. You not lit, you depend on the bitch. Swear to God, man, I'm clever as shit. Still can trap any weather I'm in. Don't me working, I'm making it flip. With a whippy, you might get sick. Don't me extra, you know we gon' win. Getting money, I've been doing this since a young and I've been had to drip. Make a movie, not talking a clip. It's lit. Just take a look at the drip. You buzzing, get flyed in this. Roll up dope, yeah, I'm high as a bitch. Wait, it's lit. Get that little bitch a little tip. Now she wanna suck on a dick. She wanna catch all of the drip. Drip.
People on Instagram are making huge money from their posts, and it seems to be a big. Taco Bell's Nachos Party Pack. Delicious nachos. Top of all your favorites. Only at Taco Bell.
They don't want us to have a good outro.
Watch videos free offline and in the background. Start a free trial of YouTube Premium today.
Keep skating, my nigga. He messed up the thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go through all y'all comments.
Take a break, so it's lit. Just take a look at the drip. You boys don't get fired in this. Roll up dope, yeah, I'm high as a bitch. Wait, it's lit. Get that little bitch a little tip. Now she wanna suck on a dick. She wanna catch all of the drip. Pull up and I'm loading the clip. New bitch, yeah, stay on my hip. Niggas talking, they not with this shit. Catch your body, you might get hit. But lately been all about drip. New designers, just look at the fit. And I just blew it back on my bitch. You got clout, but you don't got the drip. You get money, that's some type of myth. I can blind you, bitch, look at the wrist. For that bag and I might take a risk. Don't get crushed cause you care about a bitch. Pass the Henny, I'm trying to get lit. Trying to get it out my body and shit. Fuck around and start bodying shit. Remember nights we was starving and shit. You my brother, I got you, that's it. We can never fall out by the bitch. We was swimming with sharks and them fish. In the field with them lions and pitch. Sweaty niggas be lying and shit. Talking money, don't buy their own shit. Baby mothers be buying them shit. You not lit, you depend on the bitch. Swear to God, man, I'm clever as shit. Still can trap any weather I'm in. Don't me working, I'm making it flip. With a whippy, you might get sick. Don't me extra, you know we gon' win. Getting money, I've been doing this since a young and I've been had to drip. Make a movie, not talking a clip. It's lit. Just take a look at the drip. You boys don't get fired in this. Roll up dope, yeah, I'm high as a bitch. Wait, it's lit. Get that little bitch a little tip. Now she wanna suck on the dick. She wanna catch all of the drip.
Girl, you have done it again, constantly raising the bar for us all and doing it flawlessly. I'd say I'm surprised, but I know who you are. I've seen it up close and personal. Girl, you make me so proud, and I love you.
Thank you guys for joining me. T-Love, Blue Devil. I had to come back and tell you, hey, baby, how you doing? Y'all enjoy your evening. Brain Nation, get in order.
Bitch, why are you mad? Because my pussy pops severely and yours don't.